Hi, so we have Liis here, Liis Ristal, yes, is that correct? So
you can call me Liis Ristal, that's my Latvian name.
Liis Ristal.
Yeah, that's my Latvian name.
So, and you are the Baltic General Manager of Wolt, right? And you just gave the speech about food tech. And it was a really interesting speech because for me personally, I could resonate with it because I use Wolt a lot as well. I'm lazy as well. So,
thank you.
How was the speech in general for yourself? Did everything go as planned?
I think the crowd was amazing.
Yes?
Yeah, they laughed and they're really, really nice. And I was told before that doesn't matter what you say, they already had good presentations, so you can fail. It will be okay.
Yeah.
So I had no stress.
And the next break is for food, right? So
yeah. So it's like, I will ease in the food bits and build up the appetite. So.
If you had to summarize your main message from the talk, which you wanted to give to the audience, what would it be?
Food tech is the future. We are still just in the beginning of it, and it will be massive. So next time when you see a blue boy with the blue bag on the street, don't think about pizza delivery. Think about that he's part of $1 billion industry, and he's making it happen every day.
And what do you think actually, what are the main reasons that have enabled this emergence of food tech and delivery? Is it purely technical, just technical development, or is it maybe some change in customer behavior or in people behavior, and they want to now order food and they don't want to spend time preparing the food?
I think it's both. The technology is crucial because without just the development of mobile phones, for example, our service would never be possible. GIP tracking, for example, mobile payments, all of that is incorporated into the service, so it is crucial to have that. But I think the second bit is that, especially what we have been doing in the Baltics, we have acquired or are trying to acquire the female users to offer really healthy food, diverse food, and be there more as a lifestyle product for them, not just a convenience when you are hangover. As a completely different understandings of the product. So I think that has been one of the good things as well.
You also mentioned an interesting concept that is now happening, the ghost restaurants. Restaurants where there's no place for actually eating on the spot, right? Just in the kitchens. Do you see this concept being the future, like people actually really switching away from preparing food at home and actually using other people who like cooking to get their food?
Yep, I think that's one of the things. There will be always walk-in restaurants. They will never disappear because people also want to have the full experience. But it's really easy for a aspiring new chef to get started, to build a dream, to really have your own restaurant, but you don't have the investments to build all the walk-in area or rent really expensive premises. So it's just an opportunity, like helping the restaurant people out to make their dreams come true.
So what is actually the barrier to entry for being a restaurant? Could there be a moment when a granny next door is making the food for you and you ordered it on the application?
Pretty much. We had a project recently in Stockholm where we got a group of Lebanon women, Lebanon refugees, preparing really nice Lebanon food and then selling it on Wolt to make a living for their families because they didn't have much income. Yeah,
probably the risk there is that you need to somehow guarantee the quality of the food.
Yeah, you do have to have the license to prepare food, and you do need to have a company that pays VAT.
Yeah.
We are very high on transparency and paying taxes in Wolt. So these are the only requirements. And good food. Please make good food. People love good food.
And do you think, how important do you think is branding for restaurants actually when they order on the application? Is it that people are willing to experiment from new places, or they more prefer the places they know already and order from those ones?
Both. It's really, there isn't a pattern. There are people who are very, very loyal to one or two restaurants. There are people who just discover and new places all the time. So there isn't a pattern on that. And I think it really depends on the nature of the person as well. If you are adventurous or if you want to play it safe.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that makes sense. What are some main challenges Wolt faces in, for example, in the Baltics region? Is it recruiting more people, more for faster delivery, or getting more restaurants to on the platform? Or
I think you really pointed to a really right location. Operating a platform economy as such is a little bit of a challenge because it's quite new. Today we have Taxify and Yandex and Wolt, and that's it. And our business is the most complex because we don't need just drivers and customers. We also need restaurants, and because we are working with food, it also puts another layer of complexity to it, because food should get to you warm, nicely presented, fast way, and then making sure that all the different components on this platform work seamlessly. It's a little bit of a challenge. And also from legal perspective, there aren't really many regulations for us that are allowing us to work in the best possible way. So we always need to teach the law people or different associations about our business.
So do you feel that as a risk, that potentially there could be some regulations that can disrupt the industry?
I think there should be a wider definition of certain things. Because, well, we are operating within the law, but it would be way better if there will be a more flexible solution for our courier partners, or, for example, different VAT system for food as such, because food is not a luxury item, and value-added tax has been introduced to people as a mean to pay for expensive stuff. But there is no need for food to have such a high value-added tax because it's just food.
Yeah.
You have to consume it. You can't opt out from food.
Yes.
And then you need to pay a bad tax on that. So I think the economy has, the legislation, it has a lot still to contribute to platform economy. But the first steps are coming along, so it's getting better. I'm hopeful.
Yeah. What is the as you said in the talk, the number of deliveries or the adaptation of actually having the service delivering you food is growing, right? And what is the general kind of feeling about the packaging? And because a lot of the packaging can be not environmentally friendly, And is there any regulations regarding this, or from your side or from the government side, about just having it a more sustainable packaging way?
EU adopted a new regulation that will partly become active this year in May, and it's gradually forbidding all plastic one-time usage packaging. The plastic bags, for example, is a good example. Really, I'm all for the initiative. We are also been trying to incentivize the restaurants to adopt eco-friendly packaging, and we highlight them on our app. We have a special carousel that a user can choose from only restaurants that are offering biodegradable packaging, because it's important for us. But we can't force them, and that's the one thing about platform economy. We don't really differentiate restaurants or courier partners. Everybody have the same framework to operate in. So therefore we can suggest them, because also the food quality when it arrives, it's in way better condition if the packaging is breathable and eco-friendly. So we are working hard to convince them, but we can't force them.
Yeah. Okay. And as a last question, maybe you have something you'd like to suggest or tell to the Baltics people or to the Latvian crowd, some wish maybe or something.
I'm always super happy to come to Riga and to Latvia. The love that the people in Latvia are giving us, it's just amazing. I'm very, very thankful for people in Riga. They have welcomed us with open hearts and open arms. I'm really, really thankful for that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It's great having you here.
Thank you.
Thank you for the speech.
It was a pleasure. Anytime.